What if I told you that the decisions you make, the food you pick, the people you love, the beliefs you defend, might not be your decisions at all? What if the feeling of control is just that, a feeling? A beautifully crafted illusion created by your brain. It sounds unsettling. It sounds impossible. But let's take a journey into the science, psychology, and philosophy that challenge one of the deepest assumptions of human life. I choose my path. Or do you? Chapter 1. The moment you make a choice. Think about the last decision you made. Maybe you clicked this video. Why? Was it curiosity, boredom, habit? Maybe the title pulled you in. Maybe the algorithm nudged you. But pause for a moment. Where did that curiosity come from? What shaped your habits? Who controls the algorithm? Before you even realized you were deciding, 1,000 hidden forces were already pushing you. Your DNA, your childhood, your emotions, your culture, your environment, your memories, even the ones you forgot. You feel like the author of your choices, but you're actually the product of countless variables you never picked. Chapter 2. The experiment that shook the world. In the 1980s, neuroscientist Benjamin Libet ran an experiment that changed everything scientists believed about free will. Participants were told to move their finger whenever they felt like it, a totally free, spontaneous action. But here's the shocking part. Brain scans showed that the decision to move happened before the person became consciously aware of wanting to move. In other words, your brain decides first, you become aware of the decision later. Then your mind says, I chose that. It's like your consciousness is a narrator, not a commander. This experiment sparked a debate that still rages today. If the brain acts before you do, who's really in control? Chapter 3. Your brain, the ultimate puppet master. Every choice you make is influenced by forces under the surface. Hunger affects your morality. Sleep changes your judgment. Music shifts your preferences. Colors alter your emotions. A bad mood can make you believe different things. A simple smell can trigger memories that guide your actions. Even the decisions you believe are logical often emerge from biases, instincts, and subconscious impulses. Your brain is constantly calculating, predicting, reacting, optimizing, and you only see the final result. It's like watching a magician. You see the trick, not the mechanism. Chapter 5. Are we biological machines? Some scientists argue that your brain works like a highly advanced computer. Input, process, output. You don't choose your thoughts. Thoughts simply appear, and you claim them. You don't choose your emotions. Emotions arise, and you justify them. You don't choose your desires. Desires show up, and you follow them. If that's true, then free will isn't a superpower you have. It's a story you tell yourself. A comforting illusion, a beautiful one, but maybe still an illusion. Chapter 6. But wait, not so fast. Before you imagine life as a cold, robotic simulation, here's the twist. Even if your brain initiates actions before your awareness, you still influence the system. Free will may not be absolute, but it may not be an illusion either. It might be something else entirely, a negotiation between consciousness and biology. You may not control your first impulse, but you can shape your second. You can train your habits. You can reshape your environment. You can reprogram your responses. Neuroscientists call this meta-consciousness, the ability to be aware of your mind and then intentionally modify it. Think of it like this. You may not choose the cards you're dealt, but you can learn how to play them brilliantly. Chapter 7. The Power of Awareness. Here's where things get interesting. When people believe they have no free will, they behave worse. They cheat more, they procrastinate, they blame everything on fate. But when people believe they do have free will, even a limited version, they become more disciplined, more resilient, more responsible. Why? Because believing you are the pilot of your life makes you act like one. So free will isn't just a philosophical idea, it's a psychological tool, a self-fulfilling force. Whether or not it's objectively real, it becomes real in the way it shapes your behavior. Chapter 8. The truth may be in between. Maybe we aren't fully free. Maybe we aren't fully controlled. Maybe the truth lies in the space between. Biology sets the stage. Experience shapes the script. Environment gives the cues. But you decide how to perform. Your consciousness might not create every thought, but it can choose which thoughts to follow, which impulses to resist, which beliefs to rewrite. You may not control every moment, but you can control your direction. And that might be the most meaningful form of free will we could ever have. So, are you really in control? Here's the honest answer. Not completely, but not helplessly either. You're a combination of nature, nurture, experience, emotion, memory, attention, awareness, and intention. You're not the sole author of your story, but you are the editor, the one who chooses what stays, what changes, and what comes next. Free will might not be a perfect truth. It might not be absolute, but it's a powerful illusion, and one that gives meaning to everything you do. Because even if your choices are shaped by forces you can't see, you still have the power to shape the person you become. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough.